still on. Man, come on. Ow. It's your boy Opsy in the house. The blow, blow, blow. Alright, just where we at, babies. It's a wonderful day. Today is Wednesday, which is seeking. So I decided I'm going to dive off into that Bible deep. Man, I started out reading a passage out of, I think it was 2 Kings. I stayed in 2 Kings, when I first woke up this morning. Reading a package out of 2 Kings. It was talking about how the priests managed the money to fix the church. After several years or whatever, church still wasn't fixed. So he had to make a loop-de-loop. He said, look, we're not going to leave that into your hands anymore. Take up a fresh collection. And then we're going to put this money in the hands of the carpenters. And that's what they did. Sometimes you pay people to do stuff and they just don't have the resources and skills to do it. Same thing for myself. Everybody can't do everything. But you got to be able to pivot after a while. You got to be inspecting what you expecting. So that's what I got from that. I'm always looking for a little nugget on things that I haven't done. Maybe I can't do it, whatever. Unfinished projects, but we get to a certain point. Some directions, home directions. But anyway, jumped in the car, right? Well, back to the beginning. I didn't have my green, so I wasn't able to drink my shake, so I tried a little cake for breakfast. Trying to switch this breakfast up, trying to get my skills together as far as, messing around with my diet and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get that all lined up and set up and whatever you want to say. But on top of that, I decided to go ahead and try to exercise this morning, right? Didn't feel like it. But you know what I did? I went down, I got on the elliptical and I stayed on it for 1 minute. I burned about 10 calories. But I got on there. That's maybe what I have to do as far as on a regular basis, is just to get on there, do what I need to do, stay on top of it. And so I got that in, jumped in the car. They still seem to be going pretty decent, pretty decent. So what I did is, I said, what I'm listening to? I said, let me listen to Pastor. Hold on, my friend. Come on, just dash on over there. Caught between two 18-wheelers is where I'm caught between. Gosh, man, I tell you the truth. You guys in there holding up traffic. But anyway, I said, what should I listen to, right? So I know what I'm supposed to listen to Pastor. That's what I'm supposed to do if I don't listen to it on Sunday. I'm supposed to listen to it in the car. And man, I put in the new series Pastor. I had heard the first part, and I was going to go to the second part, but some said, nah, go ahead and listen to the first part. And I said, let me just skip halfway between there and see what it came up. Man, he was right on it. He was right on it. Guess what he said? He said, you should be giving for a living. Whenever there's a need, sow a seed. The same kind of seed for the need. So whenever there's a need, you need to find somebody else with a similar or same need and sow a seed. What that means is I help them achieve their goal. I help them win. And in turn, they won't help me win. They may, but they may not. But I'm supposed to sow in that arena. Because if I'm expecting to get resources, then I have to first be a resource. Say that's the law of the land. That's the law of the universe. That's the law on earth right here. It's giving and receiving. He set it up that way. I gotta first give and then I can receive. But the devil perverts that. he tried to turn it into receiving and giving. See that? It's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? But the devil just twisted just a little bit, just tweak it just a little bit to pervert it. It's still the same thing. It's still the same pieces, but the order is just different. The order is different. Now, and he'll have us believe that it's the same. What are these folks doing? I'm gonna slow down right here. He'll have us believe that it's the same, see? So that's what he'll do. He'll go ahead and kind of pervert that thing just a little bit. But let's just put it like this. Let's just say, let's put that hand up right there. I didn't know the sun was gonna be out right there. But anyway, that boy got that hand on it. But anyway, it's just like making a cake, right? Or building a house. Man, if I'm building a house, right, I can't put everything. It'd be crazy to put everything inside the house, furniture and everything, without putting a roof on the house or putting walls up. It's the same thing, but when it's out of order, it don't make sense. If I'm making a boat, building a boat, I can't throw all the pieces of the boat into the water without first assembling it. It don't make sense. But it's the same thing, it's just a different order. But he'll have us believe that, man, as long as you got all the ingredients in there, you should come up with the same thing. That's what it said in the Bible. It's got harvest and seeds and reaping, you know. So why not reap first and then sow? You know, then he paint the picture to the ego. Say, yeah, man, it'd be nice to give $1 million, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, man, I'd give $1 million, man. If I had $1 million, man, I'd give to I said, why don't you just go ahead and give now? I ain't got enough now. You ain't got enough now to give. But maybe you should just hold on to what you got, invest it, save it, and then when you get that $1 million, then you can give. That sounds logical. Because the Lord say you do need to save a little bit, right? Joseph say you need to save up for plenty, save up for the family, you need to save. So they'll pull all that stuff out. But I like that. So for the rest of this month, because I got that habit, must have built up for something like this a month and nothing, right? For the rest of this month, that's the only series I'm going to listen to. Giving for a Living, or, you know what, that may not even be the name of the series. I think the name of the series may be something like that. I'm going to look it up. But it's living, the giving for a living, something like that. But anyway, I think that's very fundamental, so I immediately text that to the whole family, because everybody in the whole family is looking for something. We all have needs. So we need to start looking at practicing this kingdom advantage. Pastor was saying on the tape, it's an advantage. It's the kingdom advantage. It's the way we do things in the kingdom. And one of the ways you do things in the kingdom is that you gotta always be looking. He said we shouldn't even think about when a need pop up. Man, Lord, who can you get somebody to give something to me? Who can you get to give something to me? How do I need to get a second job? What do I need to do? And he say we can't operate like that. That's the world's way of thinking. We need to start changing that thinking. Okay, I want a new house, right? Okay, who can I help get their first house? He said what he did. I mean, you know, we living this thing, right? The proof got to be in the pudding, right? He said this is how the church we in, we got a little debt-free. You know, he wanted to build, big activity center and stuff like that, debt-free. So he wanted the church church was going to cost something like, I don't know, $15 million or something like that. I thought it was maybe closer to $20 million. But anyway, he said we was looking for millions of dollars. So what he did, they had some money in the church. He said we gave an offering to a smaller church to help them build a building. He said we gave him $200,000. Even though he was saving up for his church. You would say, shoot, man, you gonna give them $200,000? Man, we need that for our church. He said, well, the $200,000 I had saved up ain't enough anyway. But if it's seed time and harvest, and this is a seed, then I should sow that seed into another church, and then it should be a harvest for our church. Man, that's strong thinking right there. I don't know what my wife, he said he did it with his wife too on some other stuff. Some money they had saved up for a house. He said he ended up sowing that seed and she had it saved up for the house. And say, man, she was upset. He said, man, you know, a woman about getting a house, man, you know, that's their thing. The house is their thing. So, that reminds me, shit. That's what me and my wife need to be on. If the house is their thing, then I gotta tighten that thing up. What in the world? But yeah, he said that he sold that. She said, hey, look, okay, we'll give that to the church. And now they living in a nice house. But he said, you gotta look at what you got is just a seed. It ain't enough anyway. But you have something. Lord always asks, what do you have to give? It may be time, it may be resources, it may be money, but we have what we need in order to succeed already. Now you may be thinking, hey, it's just a little. Like when the prophet, my favorite one, the widow's all, when the prophet says, she said, I need something, we're gonna go to jail. I say, what you got? She ain't got nothing but a little oil. All right, let's do it. That's enough. That's all I need. You got it. Let's do it. But that's all I want to talk about today. Tomorrow is the 4 grievance. Peace out.